We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Jonathan. We'll have a longer podcast next week. Jonathan enjoyed Matt Levine's comments on the forthcoming release of Microsoft mixed reality headsets. Some of these early hands-on reports describe how putting on one of the headsets transforms your room or office into a virtual apartment. In this virtual environment, you could theoretically view just about anything, so naturally what Microsoft came up with for the demo was sitting at a virtual desk so that you could use a mixed reality version of Windows 10 on a virtual screen that's bigger than the actual screen in your cubicle, which... sounds remarkably lame. Matt goes on to comment that the irony of using a virtual environment where anything is possible to sit at a desk and do word processing makes him believe that we really might all be living in a computer-generated simulation like The Matrix. It's just that our simulation was designed by Microsoft, who's absolutely convinced that everybody loves Windows 10, which we do not. I straight up hate it. Anyway, so why stop at one layer? When you're in the virtual apartment staring at your virtual Word document, why not put it on a virtual headset to further simulate office desk work? Why not just an endless rabbit hole of virtual headsets within virtual environments, each more boring and mundane than the last? It's like Inception
That's right.
and the Stanley Parable had a baby. That's exactly what this is. I've never played the Stanley Parable, but I thought it was awesome.
The original headset has to do all the processing. Each subsequent virtual headset actually would go down in quality because you're processing each layer, but it's all coming back to one original processor. So by the end of it, you're just looking at like vector line drawings, and you're like, "Wow!
So
look at the virtual reality."
I didn't actually read the article or watch the video or anything, but It does the headset actually know what's in your environment, and you use the stuff that's in your environment? Is that how it's supposed to work?
They're calling it mixed reality, but they don't appear to be the transparent thing,
right?
Like the HoloLens.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's like a camera that's capturing what the front of the visor is seeing,
right?
And then it's drawing things on, so it's showing you what's coming from the camera and then drawing other things on top of what the camera is showing you,
right,
to give you this mixed reality. But they just used it to turn an office into a slightly different looking office, which I agree that's a banal and mundane use of virtual reality. Okay. But I did want to say what I find amusing is that I have the PlayStation VR. My niece and nephew like to play on that, and pretty much the only game they play on it is Job Simulator. That's the only one that they really, really like. So there's something to be said about this, that even given the choice, because I have other games, I have other VR games.
What jobs do they simulate?
They simulate an office worker. They simulate a mechanic, a chef, and a store clerk.
Did you tell them you have a kitchen and that you also have a car? They could feel free.
Well, I mean, it is more humorous than that, because it's a very silly game, and it is fun. It's funny that is kind of what we choose to do. Given endless opportunity to do anything in a virtual environment, like, yeah, let's simulate a job.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.